This amendment, from our side, we welcome it because as a developing nation such as Belize, these changes are needed, especially if we want to build a great foundation for education, right? We need to increase the captured audience that we can use through the education system to get them into schools. However, I would like the government to take into consideration various things before we move forward with this great effort. It needs to be pushed forward. What has the government taken into consideration the additional resources that are needed to ensure that this is effective and that we are able to capture these students that we now have? We have to take into consideration that we do not have enough schools. We have dilapidated schools. We do not have sufficient teachers. We need now new psychosocial support for these additional students that will be in these classrooms. I will refer you all to a situation that I experienced where they have a 15-year-old student in primary school. Now, that child requires additional psychosocial support that our primary school structures cannot provide at this time. What investment or what budgetary allocation will be made to ensure that these psychosocial supports are provided within our primary school system and also in our high school system for these additional students that will be mandatorily required to be in school? What will we do to ensure that we have that enough resources and that the personnel and the capacities within our schools to ensure that, yes, we're going to capture in more students, but what else will we contribute to this effort to ensure that it's effective and that we build an effective education system with the additional support needed? Another thing that I think the government needs to take into consideration is our limited truancy. Yes, indeed, we are saying that we have mandatory age, but however, when it was 14, our truancy efforts are limited as well. We have limited truancy officers within each district. So in terms of each district, you probably have 2,000 students. Imagine 3 truancy officers being responsible for 2,000 students, and taking into consideration that we have still not returned to pre-COVID levels in terms of students returning to school. We still not have returned back to that. So we still have not been effective within our truancy management for when the Act read that it was 14 years old. So what now will we put in place to ensure that proper truancy is enforced within our districts and within our country to ensure that students do go back to school? Also, when will this competency-based curriculum that require resources be effective and implemented? So we are now moving to increase our captured audience to 16 years old. When now will we have additional resources again to ensure that this competency-based curriculum now take into consideration this new population that will be in school mandatorily? What will we do to ensure that we have resources? Again, it comes back to resources that are required to ensure that these schools function with the limited resources that they have and with this additional policy that is now being created. Next, I would like to highlight our teachers still though. I would like to say grateful to them for they are the one that keep most of our classroom funded in terms of charts, in terms of chalk, in terms of water. The parents as well, when they have to send letters home to these parents to donate Clorox, to donate toilet paper, and so on and so forth. Now, again, we're increasing the population within our schools. Who will take up the responsibility of these costs? Will it be the parents? Will it be the state? Will it be the teachers? Or will it be an NGO? So that is my question. And also, we have to reference the fact that now we have a priority area in terms of education that is now being burdened. There will be additional students are being added, which is good. Which is good. However, now we have a minister that will be responsible for another ministry when we need his full focus now with this new additional policy that is being created and this amendment to our law. So with that said, in conclusion, thanks for hearing me out, and we look forward to hearing from the other side about this. Thanks.
I recognize Senator Kevin Herrera.
Thank you, Madam President.